Welcome to Mishna study Pesachim Perek Zayin Mishna Dalet. Over here in this Mishna, we're going to discuss 5 different types of offerings that can be brought in a state of. And of course, we're going to tie back to the Korban Pesach. Korban Pesach, we know itself, right? That from the Torah, right? From the Torah itself, when the people came to Moshe Rabbeinu, and the story in Sefer Bamidbar, they couldn't bring a Korban Pesach, and what ended up? What was the law at the end? We said that yidahu mi Pesach Rishon to Pesach Sheni, right? It should be pushed off from Pesach Rishon to Pesach Sheni the following month, and our tradition is that you can only do so, right, when there was a small amount of people, a small group. But let's say most of the kahal, majority of the kahal was tameh, right? The entire kahal, or majority of it, then they could go ahead and everyone could bring the Korban Pesach when everyone is tameh, right? This is something unique by Korban Pesach. The whole kahal, everyone's tameh, then everyone could bring the Korban Pesach, right? Which really brings up the discussion for today's day, right? You don't need a bet mikdash Korban Pesach, and not everyone has to be tahor, right? So technically, there can be a way to bring a Korban Pesach today, but again, we still need, certain places to be available to us, buy it and whatnot. But that's a discussion for another time. So what happens? Right? That's the statement the Chachamim say. Individuals get pushed off to Pesach Sheni, but the whole congregation, the whole tzibur, doesn't get pushed off to Pesach Sheni because everyone can do it. Pesach Rishon. So now, there are 5 things that can be brought in Tumah, but cannot be eaten b'tumah. Right? There are 5 things we'll mention, and then we see the Korban Pesach, though, can be even eaten b'tumah. Right? So what are the 5 things, first of all, that are not allowed to be eaten b'tumah, but can be brought b'tumah? Ha'omer, right? Korban Mechat ha'omer, brought is, the barley, brought on the second day of Pesach, that allows us to eat the hadash, right? The 2 loaves of bread for on Shavuot, the lechem hapanim, 12 loaves of bread, right, that were made from matzah on every Friday, every Shabbat by the Kohanim. The zivchei shel metzibur, right, the shalamim, right, the peace offerings of the whole congregation, also on Shavuot. Sidei Rosh Hadashim, and the korban hatat that's brought every Rosh Chodesh by the goats, right? We goats as a Rosh Chodesh korban, right? Stuff, and so we bring on a Chodesh. So all these 5 can be brought if the congregation is tameh. That's okay, but they cannot be eaten. Right? All these things, a portion of it is eaten, and they're not allowed to be eaten if the people are tameh. A Pesach sheba b'tumah nechal b'tumah, but a Korban Pesach that's brought b'tumah, as mentioned, it can be brought b'tumah. It's also eaten b'tumah. If the people are tameh, they're allowed to eat from it. The whole purpose of why it's brought from the beginning is so you can eat it. So therefore, we're going to allow us to eat this as well. Now, what do we learn this from? Well, firstly, all korban tzibur, everything can be brought b'tumah. Right? When most of the people are tameh, because it says by the korban pesach, we learn from the korban pesach, it says b'mo'ado, that needs to be brought in its appropriate time, and by korban tzibur, it also says right, also in its appropriate times. So everything has everyone has a time. So if that time comes and the people are tameh, either most of the kahal or most of the kohanim. And Bob says, he also most of the kohanim, right? Need people to actually help bring the korban. Right? Then you're going to go ahead and bring this. Now, the 5 that we mentioned over here, that are eaten from korbanot zibur, generally they're eaten. The rest of them are usually just burnt, right? But these are the ones that are eaten. Similarly, by the way, the seirei mu'adot. If you have the other seirim, the other goats that are burned on the holidays, right? They're also considered hataot. They're also included over here when we say the seirei Rosh Chodesh. That also includes the ones in the holidays, so Pesach, all the holidays. We also bring a korban hatat of a seir, of a goat. That's also included, inclusive when we say the Rosh Chodesh. Now, why do we limit it to 5? There's more than 5. Why are we saying 5? Going to exclude something. What's it coming to exclude? So it's coming to exclude Hagigat Hamishas, right? So we, in general, there's a Korban Hagiga. We can bring on the 15th, right? Meaning on Pesach, on Chag HaMatzot, and on Chag HaSukkot, the 15th. You could bring a Korban Hagiga then. And even though, it is a Korban Tzibur, right? Like a korban tzibur, right? Because everyone really can bring it, and it needs to be brought in a specific time. Even so, something like that is not brought b'tumah, right? Only the ones listed in